SportsBuff.com.
Now, Steve, for the net record, name and location.
Steve Krenek, and I'm located in Lisle, Illinois.
Right in the Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
Stone's throw away from SportsBuff.
Yeah, just probably a couple hours.
From world headquarters.
Yep.
Now, you've been here before.
Yeah, this will be my fifth time drafting.
All for baseball?
No, twice for football, which I won once, and twice for baseball, which I won once, and hoping to make it twice.
So, a decorated veteran. And Todd Mossinger put you in an elite category when he talked about other people and so-called quote-unquote experts in the business. And the last question I'll ask you is your take on the term fantasy expert. But going back to the original point, because Todd has been here before, Chad has obviously won. The Pollocks from Charlotte, North Carolina are new, but we're talking about a pretty good field of fantasy football or fantasy baseball players here, aren't we?
Yeah, the hardest part actually is making it to the finals. I go especially this year, it's like any one of the four of us can win it.
Now, we've talked a little bit about the four teams involved, and a lot of the underlying theory is four teams and anyone can win it. So not only do you have four fantasy baseball players of various different whiskers and abilities and whatnot, but you got four teams with no real distinct number one. So not only is the real game kind of up for grabs, but our fantasy game is up for grabs as well.
Which, drafting on the number 4 hole is actually nice, because it's like I get to see what the other three, what they're going to do before I start drafting.
Now, in a perfect world, you having been here 4 and now 5 times, do you prefer to pick toward the front, or is it just dependent upon whether or not there's that one big stud that jumps off the page at you?
Actually, I drafted number 1 first, and it's like there's almost too much pressure on you. And in football, I've drafted, I think, 5th twice. In baseball, the other time I drafted 3rd twice. I actually like drafting towards the back, so I can see what's going on, and then players start falling to me. And it's like, it just seems, it's like there's less pressure on you than drafting first.
Now, this particular year, we've heard from Chad and Todd that they started out very much middle of the road and then ground their way out and passed a lot of quality players to get where they got to. The Pollocks, on the other hand, were right at the front from the forefront and managed to stay on top the whole year. How did your season play out that way?
My season, pretty much, I was same thing, like middle of the pack. I think I was like 5th place in my division, and I just slowly moved up. I had to get past Bob Ashman to make it here, and I believe, what was it, I think Chad was in my division too, and it's like, he won the division. I couldn't even get past him, but it's like, basically I just grinded it through the season and just had some good picks and had some luck.
Now, coming down to the sitting in the 4 hole, I mean, is it going to be a situation where you're going to go, if pitching goes quick, I'm going number 1 hitter, or if pitching goes quick, I better get a pitcher before they're all gone? What's your school of thought on that?
My school of thought is my first pick, I'm going to take a second baseman. There's only 2 of them. There's Utley and Pedroia. L.A. has Jeff Kent, which he's not playing, and the other second baseman is Iguchi, which I don't know when the last time he even played. So it's like, I plan on going second baseman, getting some pitching, and then hopefully rounding up the field.
Now, having been here before, SportsBuff has always tried to put on a pretty good show, and everyone that was with us last night said it's a pretty good time down here last night.
Oh yeah, it's a great time. Every time is different. JT puts on something new every time. Some of the stuff is the same, but it's always a good time. And the best part about it is the people that you meet down here. Not including JT and the staff, but also the other contestants.